Hello and welcome to a tindogpodcast. This time I'm talking about the Sandman. Now, I was incredibly nervous because the Sandman means a lot to me. I mean, a lot. Yes, I went through the initial Watchmen phase of comics, but then I discovered the Sandman, and it was in the 90s, and I just fell in love with the whole world of the Endless. But I loved it just a little bit too much. I considered having an Ankh tattoo, that kind of thing. I was besotted by death. I have, well, let's get her out. Here's death. Yes, I know, we'll cover that in a minute. I was so worried about watching the Netflix version of the Sandman that I didn't do it. Obviously, I've done it now. I've watched episode 1, and I've watched episode 1 by itself. But the Sandman meant so much to me that I didn't think they could do it on TV. I didn't think they could make a movie. I didn't think they could do it at all. I'm wrong. Well, I've seen episode 1 and it's just exquisite. It's just spot on. It's better than I imagined it could ever be. It looked gorgeous. I mean, what can you say? So when you were worried about how they were going to do it or the casting or anything like that, yes, I've seen some issues out there. I mean, let's face it, I'm a Doctor Who fan. I'll know that Jenna Coleman is playing not John Constantine. And there was a DC Constantine series made, of which I've seen about 5 episodes. I love Constantine. Constantine's up here. But this is the Sandman. Now, there's the rule of the first exposure, which I don't know if you know about. It's the first version of something that you experience becomes the true version for yourself. It's kind of messed with a lot of people's heads over the years. What it basically comes down to is, if you've seen the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy on TV first, that becomes your primary source. If you've read the comics for the Sandman first, that's your primary source. Now, I am the proud owner of every single issue of the Sandman, first edition, first printing. They're in storage, nice and safe. I did own an original Brian Talbot drawing of Dream's Castle, but I was very, very poor one year and had to sell it. And it's a regret I have, I'd say almost every day, but that's gone now. But I was so nervous. I was climbing the walls all day at work. I was like, God, the Sandman comes out today. Will it be any good? I don't know. It might be terrible. It might be genuinely terrible. It might have the same reaction that my wife had when I kept going on about how great Watchmen would be. And then we went to the cinema, admittedly the day before my daughter gave birth. That's sensible. Where I made an incredibly heavily pregnant woman sit through Watchmen. Sorry. Yeah, really sorry. But this is the Sandman. And yes, I am very, very worried. It's Certificate 18, and I'm hoping that it's just for the horror aspects and not for random gratuitous sex. So far, so good. But you never know. Not with Netflix. I was hoping it would be a 15, but even then, Game of Thrones is sometimes a 15, and we're not going to be watching that. Am I a prude? Perhaps. But what I want is pure, unadulterated, glorious storylines, and that's what I've got so far. Episode 1 down, there's 9 to go. It's almost better than the comics, because it doesn't go have an origin story. It dives in, the Endless are mentioned, most of them. The killing of the Raven / Magpie, the magic, the capturing, the helmet. Oh my God, how good does that helmet look? I can't wait to watch the others. And I hope we can do it together. But I'm doing them one at a time. So until next time, be seeing you.